G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more of our Skyrim Master Magician playthrough, where we are playing on Master level difficulty and playing as a mage. The easiest playthrough, I feel, for me. When last we left off, we have gotten Meerwatch as our home now. We have done some staff creation and some general enchanting. We are up to level 5. We're doing well. We have some conjuration skill. We're using Atronach to help us in our battles, and we are planning on having a full set of destruction gear to fortify our destruction and thereby cost no magicka to cast any destruction spell in the game. Which is when we will then start the main questline. Now, I have looted this place. The only things I have kept, I have put my keys in the strongbox here, like I like to do. Back upstairs, the chest, well, let me show you. The barrel here has some items that I can use for enchanting later on. I tend to put filled soul gems up in there if I haven't used them, but I've used all mine at the moment. Have I put the heartstones? I haven't put the rest of the heartstones away. I should do that. I could sell them, but I will keep them for now, even though I don't actually know. There's no point. I don't know how to get new staves, new blank staves, staffs, whatever. So we might as well sell those for now. And I have made myself some vegetable soup. I have 5 here on me, and the rest of the ingredients for vegetable soup is in here. And that's it. I have looted everything else out of here. I was very briefly thinking about putting all the books I've got into these bookshelves, in particular these ones, so you can actually see them. And then I realized, no, I want every coin I can get so that I can get grand soul gems so that I can enchant up my gear. So, we have to be careful because there is a Chorus still outside, still alive. And we need to kill it. So, and he's dead. Wonderful. So now the courier will talk to me.
Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Thank you. Don't really care what that was. It's probably that one. I was thinking about reading all the books that I've got, but no, don't really care about that at this point. We'll take the empty glass. Actually, there was one thing I was thinking about doing. I have a bunch of empty glass bottles, do I not? Empty wine bottles, etc. They're only worth 1 gold each. And I have a lot of Dwemer scrap as well.
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come here. And we are going to smelt down all of the Dwemer stuff that we've got. And all of the glass stuff that we have got. And actually, I'll leave the great swords, the lantern, the inkwells, the clothesline. Yeah, most of that stuff that's just junky stuff that probably really doesn't sell very well, we will smelt all that down. In fact, we can get the most out of any leather we've got. I can get... Oh, actually, we'll do this, because that will then allow me to make cloaks, which is something I definitely want to do. I wish there was like that bright yellowy orange trim that's on my vagrant robes. It would be really good if I could make a cloak that color. I think I'm going to make a black cloak instead, because I think that'll match better with my vagrant robes. So let's switch over to that. Yes, I think that goes better. Not that I'm any sort of style icon normally, but so what I do need to do is keep that one book. There isn't really any bookshelves here. Can I put... hope that stays there. There's a habit of that stuff going wonky. In fact, I should just chuck it in that barrel there. We'll do that later, though. What am I doing? Canning rack. I want to turn all this leather into little strips. I won't do that either. Anyway, that's enough for now. Let's go. We're going to sell all of this. Doesn't really matter where we sell it all. What is the time? It's 5 AM. Let's go to Whiterun.
We've got small weapon. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Good doing business with you.
I probably actually made less money there. All that iron stuff in particular that I converted individually, some of those would have been a gold each, and each iron ingot's only 2 gold, so... And some of those items required... Yeah.
Take a look.
Actually...
Do come back.
Let's sell to what's her name first.
Staying safe, I hope.
Arcadia. That's right, Arcadia.
You look rather pale. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
No, but you might be interested in mine. Alright. Magica potions, just in case we need them. Tempting to get another Enchanter's potion.
Come back anytime if you need
But let's not worry about that just yet.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case?
Got something for just about everybody.
Whoop. There we go. That's what we want. No, I don't have any infection.
Have any questions? I'd take a look.
Alright. Sell everything. We'll do it by group so that I don't do anything stupid. All the books can go. Good. I said I was going to keep the Staff of Sparks. I'm not, because I will forget to use it. So let's just get rid of it. That way I don't feel bad for forgetting to use it. Any filled soul gems? You have a greater. And that's it.
Remember, I'll give you the best deal.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade.
Okay, we're going to go and see Farengar, see if he's got any grand soul gems. In fact, we'll do a round of merchants looking for grand soul gems. I can buy 3 or 4 with my current amount. And then at Solitude, we want to buy Vagrant Robes. I think that's the only thing we need to buy at the moment.
It seems this... I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate...
Yep, he's got a grand soul gem. Do I want to buy those? I don't think I do just yet.
You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Nimhe.
So let's level up. We're going to level 6. So level 2 was Magicka. So level 6 will be Magicka as well. Alright. Very tempting to get another point in Conjuration. But I think for now... It's a small part of me that says I don't need to do anything about destruction at all if I can get a good set of destruction gear ASAP. And so maybe I should concentrate my perks at the moment on Conjuration and Enchanting. Then once I've got the full set of gear, what I can do is my destruction will level up and I can start putting points in there, but I only really need points in whichever of these branches here, these 3 branches that improve your fire, frost, and shock. Oh, and maybe dual casting, destruction, and impact. Those would be useful in the future as well. For right now, there is Conjuration dual casting, I think, is probably the best thing I could get right now. Because having my conjures last longer is useful. Having said that, they don't always survive a fight. But if I'm strategic, I don't have to worry too much about that. So let's go to Solitude. I could... everything's closed. Right. Well, actually, no. Let's come down to Markarth, because everything should be... Well, even if everything's not open, Carcelmo in here in Markarth is open 20. He's always at his bench 24/7. Maybe not after you finish all of the quests for him, but right now it doesn't matter the time of day or night that I go in there and talk to him. He will be available.
What are you doing here? The excavation. I'm sorry I persisted. I'll let if you deal with Nimhe. Enthusiasm. Good. Take a look.
Ooh, he has more Grand Soul Gems than I can afford. That's okay.
What? Oh, goodbye.
We're here.
We're here to see the yard. No sudden moves.
Let's do this. Actually, let's be smart about this. I have a couple of Grand Soul Gems and an Arcane Enchanter right here. Yeah, I also can cast the spell to summon an Arcane Enchanter.
Could I maybe skip the excavation, Uncle Calcelmo? I just think you won't need me.
Nonsense. You're a vital part of my
11%.
You'll be there, have no fear. Now,
Okay.
I don't want to hear another word of protest.
Let's call that minor destruction. Oh.
That's a decent enchantment, but keep studying. You've only scratched the surface.
Oh, I spelled that wrong. I only noticed right at the end. But that's okay. And Fortify Destruction, Grand Soul Gem on the boots. No, on the boots. Thank you. We'll rename that to minor destruction boots. There we go. And I can put Fortify Magicka
Uncle Calcelmo.
on those gloves.
Can't you see I'm trying to think here?
I just wanted to know if you needed anything.
And so I'm going to wear these robes now. I'm going to disenchant those because these have already got 12% destruction and 12% alteration and magic regen, which is just wonderful. And I've now got... So what's that going to be? 12, 23, 34, 45% magicka reduction for destruction. So if I have a look now, my elemental flare costs me 21. No, it costs me 15 magicka. Is that? Oh no, that's how much damage it does. Right, yeah. Now that cost me 21. That's nice. I can't remember what it normally costs, but it obviously costs about twice that.
No, nothing at all.
Are you sure?
Stop bothering me, I can't.
Very good.
Old Dwarven city underneath the keep. The Schuenzell. Best be clear if you don't want to sneak such.
Alrighty. Let's get all of there's a whole heap of Dwemer stuff in here that we're going to take. I might not smelt it all this time. I might just try and sell it piecemeal and see if we get. I mean, if you're building any Dwemer gear or you want to increase your smithing skill, it is very useful to smelt all that down to dwarven ingots and then make something out of it. And in particular, if you're doing an archery, a bow or crossbow run, then dwarven arrows or dwarven bolts are really good to make out of all of those. But I don't need to worry about that for this playthrough. Let me just confirm I've got Oak Flesh on 5, very good, and the Lightning Limb is on 4. Right. Nothing in the barrel. Go. Don't know really why I'm worrying too much about searching these barrels, because quite frankly they're not going to have much that I want in them anyway. How I don't have the magic to dual cast that. That was nice. Alright, let's get these other spiders out of the way while you are still... And that worked well. We're looting the rest of this, aren't we? I forgot about that. Grab all of that. I don't care about any of that. Let's grab all of that. Get that out of there. And that's the only stuff I want to loot out of there. Got that. Got that. Got that. Wasn't sure if there was anything in that. I don't want to carry a bucket around, so we'll drop both of those. There we go. Hello there, Nimhe. Do. Strange how he just sits there, doesn't spit much, doesn't do anything, just waits to die. Maybe one more, two at the most. Here we go. Going to need some flames to get rid of that. Not that I'm actually planning on going through there at the moment, but I really should. I'm not sure if I've ever done that dungeon or not. I really should do it one time just to say to myself, you know what, I've done that. Or to go in there and go, oh yes, I have done this before. But right now, I do not recall. The other thing that I have thought of doing in a playthrough sometime is doing what I call the anti-Dark Brotherhood playthrough. In other words, I believe there is a quest line you can get yourself on where you are working to eradicate the Dark Brotherhood. And that is something that I should look at doing. Alrighty.
I'm Calcelmo's nephew. Don't let
No. Calcelmo, please. We've done that.
As promised, it's the key to the Dwemer Museum.
And I found that.
If you find stubborn, it would be good to see. Take a look.
Can I sell you? Not really. Gonna disenchant that. Do it right now before I forget. And sell it. And that's another level. Health this time. I'm only going to get my health up to 150 initially, and I'll see how I go. There's nothing more I can do in enchanting at the moment. Conjuration. I don't want to go down the Mystic Binding tree. I'm not using any of that. Which means that my best bet is either some destruction, or, even though I've never used it yet, restoration. Because if I need to heal, and I'm going to be using restoration spells, even if the first heal spell, it would be nice to have that cost a lot less to cast. Oh, now I can also take all of this stuff without stealing it. So we shall, and we shall go and find somewhere that we can sell it all. There we go. You did have another Grand Soul Gem, but I don't have the money to pay for it at the moment, so you might come back in a minute, or we might not. Probably won't. In fact, I'll probably head back up to Solitude, although it's going to be dark again by the time I get up there. If I go to Solitude, I can buy... Actually, I was going to say I need to buy Vagrant Robes, but I don't.
Let me guess. You need a drink.
Because the robes that I've got there are better than anything I can make at the moment. So I don't want to do... I don't want to use that. So yeah. Better off...
You should get back to work. You there. You're here to trade? Step up to... No? Take a look.
Alright. Okay, do you have some magica potions? Don't know that there's anything I need here unless that's exactly what I'm wearing at the moment, so there's no point in getting that. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. I don't need any of that. You have a grand soul gem, which I cannot afford. But I could get some common lesser and petty soul gems to use to increase my... But no, I don't think so. I don't think I'll bother doing that. Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. I should be trying to enchant a ring of destruction as well. I can't remember if I can do a necklace of destruction, but I know I can do a ring. Stop selling rings and necklaces, Tony. You need them.
Back whenever you need something.
Elizabeth handles the customs.
I mean, I've got some back at... I've got some back at the... At Watch. I just don't have any grand soul gems to do anything with them. Alright. So, at this point, there's no sense going to Solitude to buy any... I don't need anything there. What I need is money for soul gems. So...
You should see that orc over in Understone Keep. Have him forge you some...
Have him? The orc in Understone Keep is a female. She's not actually in the keep, but she sleeps in the keep, but she works outside it. At least as far as I know. Unless there's another orc in... I've never really looked into the back corridors of Understone Keep.
What happened to you, Pop? Golskigger mine is lost, friend. Was. Hopefully Skaggy will send word to the Jarl. I'd be grateful, but I wouldn't go there if I were you. There's a whole group of them with axes and magic on their side. You'd never stand a chance.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Let me guess. Someone stole the
Do a full save. Alright, so we're going to do Golskigger Mine. Multiple purposes there. Lots of loot. Lots of gold ore. Which means lots of money. Now, even though I don't need any, or really want any skills in smithing, I am probably better off smithing up all of the gold that I find. Just selling the ore, I'm not going to get much for it. But if I convert it all to gold ingots and then make it into... So, gold ingots and then make it into jewellery, I'm going to get much better use out of it. Works very well. Right. Come on. Got work to do. No, you're not going to help me? Alright. Going to be hard to loot that body. Oh, she's fallen down there, and I think it's very hard to get to that spot. Come on, hurry up. Wonderful, all clear. Now, I need a pickaxe. This is annoying. Where's the pickaxe? Let's go back up the top and work our way back. Should have got the spell that does this. I probably could have even bought it from Carcelmo. But right now, I'm trying to save as much money as I can to buy Grand Soul Gems. How much are the gold ingots worth? 100. Gold ore is worth 50. It actually might not be worth it to make rings. It might be worth it just to smelt the gold ingots. Although I get 2 rings per gold ingot that I use. Two rings per gold ingot that I make. No, 2 rings per gold ingot that I use. That's... Don't mind me. I doubt if I'm going to be able to loot her body. I can't get to it. Okay, I can't pick that up. Right. Almost done, although there is a couple back on the path on the way back, isn't there? We'll quickly smelt these up into ingots, and then I'll summon a anvil, and we'll see how much the gold rings are worth. Because if they're worth more than 50 gold each, it's worthwhile. I think they are. I think they're worth like 100 or 150. Not that we'll actually get that for them when we sell them, but it doesn't matter. It's all relative. Shouldn't have bothered to pick up that because carrots are worth nothing. remember rightly, you get something like 50 gold ore out of here, which gives you like 25 ingots. I can't remember how many it is, but I know it's a lot. It's a lot of ingots that I get. So if I turn them all into rings, it's going to make a lot of gold rings or gold necklaces. I think that's it. $54, yeah. Right. Use the anvil for jewelry. Each gold ring, so one makes two. One gold ingot makes 2 gold rings, and they're worth 75 each. Definitely worth the money. As I said, I didn't really want smithing levels, but a level's a level. So we did health last level, I think, so we'll do magic at this time. Could do destruction. Could also get my first level of alteration. Yeah, let's get the alteration going as well. Okay, back to the left-hand mine. It's easier if you go over the bridge, Tony.
Got enough. You drove them off? Thank you. We'll head back to work right away. Take this. It's the least I can do.
For your help, I'm sending word to the orc strongholds that you're to be trusted. You should be welcome there now.
Yeah. If you're ever looking for the ability to go into orc strongholds, doing that quest is a good way to get it. I don't know why they keep iron ore in a bucket, but they do. Alright, that'll do. It's the middle of the night, so I can't sell anything here. Let's go up to Solitude. Yeah, and as I thought, we might only have to wait a couple of hours. we should be able to sell anything we need to, or want to.
Wanderer like you must have plenty of tales to tell. But I'm afraid I'm too busy.
Beer and
here.
take a look.
I'll leave selling the rings until the end because I don't want her to run out of gold. That's going to be 1,600. I want to make sure I can sell everything else that I want to sell. Don't expect there to be a huge problem, but you just never know. Okay. Wonderful. Now, my dear, what do you have in the way of gems? You have a Grand Soul Gem. Wonderful. Not that I... Oh, no, I do need it because I need to enchant my cloak. No, I've done the cloak. I've enchanted... Oh, no, rings. Rings, that's right. Rings. I didn't really want to do this, but the easiest way for me to get another Grand Soul Gem, if there's one available, is to go to the Blue Palace and see the Jarl's Magician, even though I think she's a little bit evil. Isn't she a vampire or something? Suspected, or is that the one from... Is that the one from, not Markarth, Riften. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, we'll come down here. She is another source of soul gems, so... Because it's either that, or I've got to travel back to... Carcelmo had one left to sell at the moment. I know I could go back to him.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Problem is, I've got to sit here and wait for all of this before I can talk to her. But that's okay.
Strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
So, how about that local sporting team?
Your Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. What about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Alright.
I have so very... Take a look.
Definitely looks vampiric with those eyes. Grand Soul Gem. Thank you very much. Let's just have a quick look at spells. It's probably worthwhile me buying Elemental Bolt, which is the next level up of the elemental spells, because before too long, I'm going to be able to reduce the cost of that significantly. I want to get Stone Flesh now so I don't have to worry about it later. And fast healing is something I'm going to want eventually as well. So I can afford it now. Let's do it.
Take care of yourself, and always remember, the world is ripe with people looking to spill your blood.
Okay, so let's go back to Mirwatch. Myrrh. Maya. Whatever it is. Don't care. It's my tower. Back up here. What did I have in here? Silver necklace and some silver rings. Not that I need that many, but that's fine. Okay. So, what enchantment can I put on the necklace? I can do Fortify Destruction. Yes. Wonderful. And then on one of the rings, I'm pretty sure I can do it as well. I can. Soul Gem. Rename. Wonderful. So let's put the extras away. So you're going to be worn and you're going to go away. So that is 12, 23, 34, 45, 56, 67% reduction in magicka requirement for our destruction spells. So Elemental Flare now only costs 12. Let's just have a look. I didn't read any of these other spells. Elemental Bolt only costs 17. Guess which one we're going to use. And then we also got Fast Healing. Not sure if I'm going to put that on as my default one yet. And I'm definitely not going to use Stoneflesh because that costs 145 and I can't afford that at this point. So, we've now got a more powerful destruction spell ready. Only a handful of, well, actually less than it was to cast the lesser destruction spell before we smithed up the rings. So we're doing good because that was at 21. So for 17, we've got 5 more points of, well, 15 more points of damage overall. 5 more points of fire, 5 more points of frost, and 5 more points of spark. And yeah, we're slowly building up our strength. I need to keep enchanting things because I'm at 38. As soon as I get to 40, I can get the next level here, and we should go from 11% to like 13 or 15%. And I also want this Insightful Chanter at level 50. Once we get that, we should be able to get up a full set of gear, as I said earlier, a full set of destruction gear, which will reduce our cost to 0. That's our goal. But that's going to be it for this episode. Really happy with how this is going. I've just got to now find some more missions to give me some more money, and to give me levels. So we're going to do that in the next episode. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye now.